One. Peace and blessings, power people. You know, I got to come with big energy. I'm so excited that you said yes to this experience and you have been rising up with these incredible powerhouses. And I have another sister, incredible soul and demonstration of what it looks like to actually stand up when things in life have knocked you down. I cannot wait to formally introduce my guest. If this has been blessing you, each conversation, I want you to go ahead and put an exclamation mark in the comment section and let us know your name and what area you are tuning in from. Go ahead and put that below. We really, really do want to get to know who is here and who we are connecting with. And you are all over our social media platforms, just chiming in, giving your feedback and catching this good ashe, this good energy. And we are deeply grateful. So welcome to this conversation about your womb and your power. So first, I want to introduce to you none other than Priestess Pheonyx. She is a multidimensional medicine woman and the owner of the Holistic Pheonyx, whose mission is helping women to rise in every area of their lives. The center of her passion is womb wellness. As a certified womb sauna practitioner, woo, 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 holistic health practitioner and keeper of the womb emotional facilitator, birth and death doula, and life transitions coach, she integrates her expansive knowledge to serve those that she midwives, assisting them in mind, body, and spiritual transformation through the life, death, and rebirth cycle. Okay, Phoenix, go ahead and rise up in this interview today. I love it. I love it. Her philosophy is make love to life. Everybody go like this. You know I'm here for that. Make love to life. You can stay connected with her. And I'm going to give you all of the details. But she is an incredible asset to my company, an incredible human being in the world. I am so happy that when I said, Phoenix, can you come over here? Let me interview you and help me get our sisters to rise up. And you was like, yeah, of course. And so y'all give her some hearts if you love that she is here. And we're going to dive right into our topic. When I think about your womb and your power, it is very, very personal for me because it is through womb healing work that I even recognized my power. I remember that first conversation with my womb in womb meditation. And I remember I was going through the Sacred Woman journey by Queen Afua, and it changed my life. The woman that all of you see before you is a direct reflection of what my womb told me about myself. And so I don't think as a woman, you can truly live in your power if you are not connected to your womb. And not just your physical womb. I teach women the anatomy of the womb as the womb of your mind, the womb of your body, and the womb of your spirit, and the cosmic womb. And so it is with so much joy and anticipation that I want to ask you, Phoenix, what is your womb story? Right.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm a grandmother now, so there's just so many layers to it. The womb story continues to expand with you as you grow with it. And so just thinking about all the layers, I was in my grandmother's womb, you know. My womb has carried twins.
Wow.
There's just so many aspects to it, so that my mind just went, whoa. My womb story would be, I was so disconnected for so many years. I've had situations when I was younger where I was not in my power. You know, I didn't even know that that was a choice. It felt like life was just happening to me. And so for many, many years, I didn't even know it was a thing. Maybe a body part, but not on the layers that you just described. And definitely not the connection between the womb of the mind, the womb of the heart, that there was this cord that runs through me. I didn't know that. And so the choices and the things the direction that I went in my life, like I never considered what my womb wanted from me. I never considered what my womb needed from me, how my womb wanted to bless me. I saw it as more of a place of pain, to be honest, and a place of disempowerment. Yeah. So from that place,
I just want to mind that part a little bit for you, because I think a lot of women listening can relate to associating pain and trauma with their womb. Was that the interpretation because of what others did with your womb?
oh
Or do
yes,
you feel like, so this is so interesting because we were just having conversations in our tribe about cellular memory releasing and the mind of the body, right? And how the
yes.
body keeps score. At what point in your life did you recognize that that disconnection from your womb was a result of trauma and other people's interpretations of your femininity in your body?
It was when I learned through the Womb Sound University, when I learned that my womb was connected to all the other parts of me. I had spent so much time trying to fix my mental. I'd done a lot of self-help work, the therapy. I'd done all these things, but I still didn't feel empowered. And so when I realized that that was connected, my womb was connected to all these other things, it's like, oh, a light bulb came on. And it showed me just how disconnected I had been because it had never even been a thought. It was such a new concept to me.
So let's break down for the people womb intelligence, right? Because is there anybody on the planet that we know of, that didn't come through the womb? Right?
I know no
So
one.
it's almost like as women, we are the bridge between heaven and earth. We take spirits, wrap them up in flesh, grow brains, fingers, bones, whole human beings, and then plant them in the earth. What is that intelligence from your perspective, and how can women begin to tap into it?
Well, earlier you mentioned the cosmic mother.
Mm.
And so that intelligence to me is the goddess that lives within my body, understanding that I am a direct reflection of that, that the universe, the void, all that blackness that creation comes from is within me. And it just constantly is expanding. It's limitless.
Yeah.
And understanding that's within me. That's where that starts to connect for me.
I love how you phrase that because I teach that as women, if you cannot find the woman God in your spirituality, then you definitely aren't going to know how to be a woman. Like, whose image are we made in as women? And it was through Proverbs 8 in the Bible that Mother Wisdom taught me that she was the architect at the side. So, yeah, the divine masculine can go form the mountain, but it is the divine mother who thinks of a mountain to begin with. Right? Like, we are the mothers of culture, the mothers of all of the things that motivate what the men place and work hard for. It comes out of mother. So for the women who are wrestling with their identity as a woman or as the divine feminine expression, and it's showing up in their body as like fibroids or infertility or BV, what is your spirit telling you to say to the sisters? What do they need to know about their power?
The feminine energy is, first of all, everything. And in that, it would benefit us to stop trying to put her in a box and stop trying to put ourselves in a box. Archetypes has been a huge tool for me, exploring all the fractals of the goddess through different cultures. I love history. And this isn't about religion. It's just about energy. It's just
Knowledge.
archetypes. And understanding that we carry these archetypes, and that the balance of what it is within us is what makes it unique to us. Some women may carry more of the gather energy, or more of the love goddess, or more of, there's all these things we
The
can be, because
warrior and
all
all
of
of
them,
it.
the warrior, and they're all important. And we all have different, different unique balances that are our own to carry. And to not try to be like the one over there and the one over there. There's room for us. There's room, make room for her in our lives and in our bodies and in our souls. That is what comes up for me.
Oh, I love
that we get to be it all.
It's one thing to say it, right? Like, I get to be it all. And I'll even throw in the mix, I get to have it all.
Oh.
But it's a whole other thing to live that way. Right before we hopped on this interview, I was talking to a good friend of mine, and we were milling, and she kept saying, Taima, I think I have a blockage around receiving. And I've been witnessing my sister for years now. I said, I don't really think that's it. She said, come on, Taima, and give me some Taima today. I didn't know I was on your schedule. I said, I ain't either. And we were laughing. And I said to my sister, I said, receiving is the signature of the Holy Mother. That's why our anatomy goes in. That's why I can't be in intimate relationships with any masculine energy that is asking me to prove what I bring. I'm like, I'm the reason things exist. That's the blueprint that's inside of my womb. Like, I don't think you understand how this works. Everything about you, sir, is hanging outside of your body and exposed. You could throw me on my back and still not see who I am. I'm mysterious. That's how my anatomy is set up. Even when I go to my doctor, they got to get a speculum and open me up to see who I am. So let's be very clear that symbolism of being that black matter, that mysterious, deep energy is real. So anyway, I said, sis, I don't think you have an issue with receiving because I see you receive. I said, I think that what's happening is somewhere in your programming, you were taught it's not okay to be in need. And it's siphoning your power because you have learned to respond to life with ultra independence. So even if you'll receive from others, you'll only take it in but so deeply, because somewhere in your subconscious, you feel like you're not supposed to be in need of anything. You're not supposed to even need the help or the resource. You're supposed to hold it down yourself. What's wrong that I can't just do it all myself and pick and choose? So we started milling it a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I see women in business. I see women who need the medicine of community to get to the next level of their power, but they'll sabotage it and sit in a corner only mining their own brain, their own ideas, because they're so afraid of being seen as in need. They don't want nobody to see where they actually don't have it all together. And I'm so happy that I get to talk to you about this in front of the world, because you and I know what that journey is like. How has not being visible and available and in need affected your ability to be powerful?
I guess it kind of goes back to making love to life. It's the engaging. It's the being present. It's trusting that I'm going to show it with my best, and I'm going to receive the best from this other half, this other entity, whatever that looks like. And so when I'm over here keeping all my stuff to myself, I'm closed off, I cannot receive that. And we can't create. Like you were talking about community, we come together and we create something new. When this person and this person come together, the thing that now comes is a whole new thing that's birth. It's a whole new energy.
And that is the nature of women, is it not? That's what we do. That's why we can't live like this. That's why we got to bust it wide open, We have to open up to receive the joy and the
Yes.
pleasure of life, because literally that's our nature. That's our design. The body always leaves clues. Nature leaves clues about how we're supposed to access our power. So it's in the best interest of those of you listening, and use the comment section to chime in when you hear something that's an aha for you. It's important that you choose to receive and you set up your mindset that you are literally intentional. I know we're super women. I know we put on the cape. I know we'll go get the degrees, hold down the babies, cook the food, work, do all, like we do a lot. And that's part of our capacity. We're multifaceted. But can you also put on that list doing community, being in receiving mode? Because to have the pedal pushed all the way down all the time and never know how to break is dangerous. There's nothing more dangerous for the world, in my opinion, and I get quoted for this statement a lot, than a powerful woman who lives in a chronic state of self-neglect. And the problem with that superwoman ideology is that you don't give yourself permission to fail, to not have all the answers, and to not always have it together. You put yourself in a performative energy. And now you got something to prove and someone to prove it to. Pheonyx, how do they break that cycle? What's step one?
The nurturer in us needs to be nurtured as well. And it starts with us, and then it also goes to, after you know that you can give it to yourself, you trust that it's out there. It's going to be reflected back to you. The nurturer must be nurtured.
Can you give an example of that they could apply? How do you nurture yourself?
Right now, my current way of nurturing myself is belly dance.
I love that. Can you
just allow it?
Can we get a move in this interview?
I don't know if we can with my current setup, but I'll post the video later in the let the womb be heard group.
That's why y'all gotta follow her. Y'all got to follow her and keep up, because she be putting the moves on the internet, and I love it. I love it. It's so nourishing. Mm-hmm. So what is it about belly dance? You know? What is it about belly dance that feels nurturing? Mm-hmm.
Sinking into my body and allowing myself to just move, and letting that energy go where it wants to go. It's a very intuitive, watery, feminine type of movement. Belly dance in particular. I love to dance, period. But belly dance is my new thing right now, because it's just letting that energy move, and it's me not holding on anymore. You know, sometimes other dance forms I might be more in my head. There's no thinking. I just kind of go into trance, to be honest. And so it really just allows that flow. It opens up all the chakras. It allows me to be fed. And I feel so bubbly. Like after class, every Saturday I go to class. Not only do I feel so bubbly and I feel that I'm giving more, but it's not giving in a depleting way. It's just flowing from me. But sis, let me tell you, everything after that day, it's like I get the most beautiful experiences. I found this beautiful tapestry, and I've been wanting a tapestry. It's got beading on it, and it's just everything. It's my style, and it seems like it was just waiting on the shelf for me. Stuff like that will happen, or just like a divine connection will happen. A door will open. Almost every Saturday is amazing, and it's because I start my morning out. That is my morning ritual. That is my weekly ritual of nourishing myself, and it's the sisterhood, to be honest, too. Going back to community. I go and I dance with my sisters. I'm not just at home doing it. That's the part that's the game changer. I've always danced, but I'm dancing in sisterhood now. And we move things around, and at the end we have a shimmy circle, and we feed each other affirmations. We encourage each other to be nice to ourselves. So we nourish ourselves and we nourish each other. That would be a very tangible way that that's showing up in my life right now.
I love that, because as I was listening to you and thinking about the history of the major players, the major women that changed human history, right? The queens, the priestesses, all of that, they had a consistent practice of gathering with women.
Yeah.
Even when we think about Oprah, you can't think about Oprah without thinking about Gail, right? Like,
Gail.
you know, You can't think about Beyonce without thinking about Destiny's Child. You can't think about Nicki Minaj without thinking about Young Money. You know what I mean? Like, and she was rolling with the brothers, but we know there's some girls in there too, right? You can't think about Cardi B without thinking about Meg and all the people, all the other powerful women she's collaborated with in her industry field. And you can't think about a womb sauna practitioner without thinking about the tribe of women she rolling with, right? Like, if
Absolutely.
you want to really embody the wholeness, the health of the womb, that does not come without tribe. Even when the womb is birthing, it's in the best interest of that woman to have people there that can anchor her. So when we talk about your womb and your power, we're talking about how am I resourcing? Now that I understand that I am powerful, that's the first step. Like, do you even know? Lean into the camera if you know. You are powerful. Put in the comment section, I am powerful. Great. Now that we've made that decree and that declaration, how are you going to practice your power? When it's time for you to recharge and refuel. Yeah, belly dance. Yes, affirmations. Yes, go pop that squat and give that herbal steam to your yoni and reprogram the cells in your body and change the narrative and change your womb story, because the story you tell, you must live, right? So, Pheonyx, I love that you are here and giving these nuggets that you're giving. If someone was to experience you in a womb sauna experience because they really resonate with what you're saying and they're like, I need to get to Pheonyx. Number one, tell them what area you serve and where you are.
I'm in Arizona, so the Phoenix and Tucson area. I live right in the middle, so I can go in both directions.
I love that. We got a lot of practitioners popping in Arizona right now. It must be a whole portal over there that's just stirring up right now. And what could they expect in a session with you? If they're trying to tap into their power, tap into tribe life, what can they expect?
First of all, full acceptance. Wherever you come, whatever you're coming with, there's no, baseline for that. Just come as you are and be authentic and be real with yourself, and then be real with me, so that we can sit together and go before spirit, however that looks for you, because this isn't about religion. This is spiritual. And tap back into the things that maybe are hidden from you just because of some of those old programs, like you were just talking about, the old stories that are always whispering in the back. Let's clear some of that away so that we can see the truth of who you are and where the trajectory of your life could go if you were truly allowing yourself to sit in that energy of what does your womb desire to create.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even as she described it, it was nourishing, right? Put some hearts if you feel like that was nourishing, just listening to it. I felt like I was on the pot with you right there. I was like, yeah, I want all of that. I want all of that. So I love that that's the experience. I have said from the beginning when I started this work, that this has always been more than a stain, that we are literally teaching women how to heal everything in their lives. And it is exciting because I don't know about you things, but it's like when you get into this process and this work, you get to see versions of yourself and the women you're holding space for. And nothing feels more satisfying than knowing I can give sis a shortcut. If you're going through hell, let me tell you to make a left right here so you get out of here a little faster. Because I've been through hell myself, right? Like, I
Yeah.
love that healing cord that happens one womb to another through the work that we do. And I just want to give you, space to really just encourage the women. If there's someone who has been feeling down, overwhelmed, and she needs to rise, she needs to get back to her power seat. What is it that you would say to her in this moment?
I feel the ancestral mothers coming in.
Ashe,
My mind went
welcome.
all the way
Welcome,
back
mama.
to just, yes. My mind went back to remembering that there's nothing that we are going through now that our ancestral mothers haven't been through. And women have throughout history, shown our power, like overcoming things, and not just healing ourselves, but healing generations, healing our children, healing our families, healing our communities. There are so many beautiful examples that it is possible. And so now it's time to take impossible to I'm possible. That version of me that I don't see right now, I'm possible. It's possible because it's been done. This isn't something new. This is ancient work. Like, and I think sometimes we get so in our heads and we think the problems that we're experiencing right now, nobody else could understand. And that's an illusion. And that is where sisterhood is so powerful. And that is where the womb sign experience is so powerful, because you get to sit with someone else, not just your own thoughts, because those might have some faulty, you might need to be rewired, but you get to sit with a reflection of yourself. And you get to remember that everything that you're seeing, because we are not there as healers, we're there as witnesses. And so everything that you're seeing, they're just witnessing back to you, reflecting back to you what's possible for you. You might be that one giving that womb sign experience to someone someday.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say, is that healing power, it's not us doing it. It's us holding space for it to happen. And to just come with an open mind to whatever healing modalities you choose. And don't limit yourself, because your womb is not limited. You're here because of a womb.
And you've been sitting inside of a womb, inside of another womb.
Come on now. Yes.
I love already.
Oh.
I love that the mamas, the big mamas, came in, because no, really, truly, there's nothing new under the sun. They know what it's like to be on earth trying to pay bills. They know what it's like to be on earth trying to stay healthy and whole and take care of the responsibilities. And sometimes we forget that our ancestors are the first layer of communication in the spiritual realm that we should tap into, And I love what you shared about, somebody listening right now can be the one in the power position to open a door for someone else. We make healing contagious over here. Like, I don't even let my students come out into the market until they've worked on their own relationship with their womb. I've had students get stuck at module 2 forever. Like, we be like, we're going to mind this and make sure. Because I do believe that you can only really give what you have. And if you don't even have an awareness of what it means to be powerful and whole and complete unto oneself, then how can you really instruct others on that path, right? So it doesn't mean that you got to be perfect, and it doesn't mean that you got to deny your humanity. I actually prefer that you leave this conversation knowing that you have the right to be fully God and fully human at the same damn time. That you can integrate your light and your darkness and be multi-layered. That you can bless and curse equally. That you can build and tear down equally. That you can be, Gaia and Kali.
Yes.
Right? That you can, and that you already are. So if you've been feeling like you're having an identity crisis, if you've been feeling like you're not enough, I am looking you in your eye to tell you that everything you feel is not the truth. And you get to choose your truth regardless of your feelings. And feelings change. They blow like the wind. Learn to program your mind, your body. Learn to remember that you are a spirit having a human experience, and reclaim your power. You can sit in your seat whenever you're ready. You can shine up your crown and put it back on your head whenever you're ready. You can be like Pheonyx. Burn it all up, rebirth it, and soar whenever you're ready. And so I invite all of you listening who resonate with Pheonyx, want to get to the Arizona area and pop that squat with her, to do so. How do they book you? How do they stay in touch with you?
Yes, so I am on social media. Pheonyx Pearson will be my Facebook. Priestess _ Pheonyx is on Instagram. But the booking part would be on Beacons. It's BEACONS, beacons.ai/the holistic Pheonyx, PHEONYX.
I love it. Go sit with her. I'm trying to get over to Arizona and sit with you. Like, that's the other thing I love about our tribe. We service each other, by the way. We pop squats with each other and hold ourselves accountable to staying whole, too. I am so happy we got to have this conversation for the people. I'm so happy that you resonate so much with this assignment to empower women. And you are so powerful, so bright. Don't ever dim your light to make anybody else comfortable. Shine on them, even if they go blind. Their sight is not your responsibility, right? So, for those of you listening, if this blessed you, go ahead and just leave a quick comment for Pheonyx and tell her what it is that you heard her say and heard us talk about that really, really took root in your soul today. Deep bow to all of you. I told y'all, we rising up. 2023 ain't over yet, but baby, we are doing something magnificent at the end of the year because I just want to make sure that you're ready for 2024. Stay connected. Make sure that you are turning on all of your notifications, that you are checking your emails because there's more coming. And I'm so excited about that. We love you. Peace and blessings. Enjoy the rest of your day.